Here's three things you may not have noticed if you have been low carb, keto, on a carnivore diet. And I'm going to pose this question if it's coincidence or not. I don't really believe in coincidences, and they're adding up way too many to deny. Now, it's undeniable that people are getting healthier using an animal-based carnivore diet, keto, low carb, all over the anecdotal evidence online and over social media. It's quite amazing, and I'm very happy that people are resolving their health issues. Now, these three things are something that you might not have noticed. This is Anthony Stewart. This is Food for Thought, and we are questioning everything they've ever said. I am not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I am studying to be a nutritionist, and I've noticed things over my journey. And these three things they're not really apparent until you think about them. And I've just started thinking about these recently. So first and foremost, I've been prone to ear infections my whole life. The reason being, when I was a kid, I was deaf. And I had a couple procedures, a couple surgeries that have improved my hearing and thank God, have made me able to hear, let alone have decent hearing. But that caused my whole life to have a lot of wax, a lot of infections, and very sensitive ears. I couldn't dive deep in pools, which might be a good test in the future. The lower I go, the more pressure my ears just were not great. What I've just come to realize is that I no longer stick things in my ears to clean them. There's no more wax buildup. And I find that quite amazing, because that's something my whole life that I've had to deal with quite seriously. So that's number one. Number two, I just realized this a few days ago, which, we talk about all these effects and these glorious magical things that are happening. But what about the subtleties? And this one is very subtle. I've noticed I don't wipe the sleep out of my eyes anymore. I can't remember when the last time I did. And, we all wake up hazy, and we've all been sick, or we've had, you felt off, and this big goopy stuff has been in your eyes. It doesn't happen. Now, is that to do with what I'm eating? I'm going to have to say it most certainly does, in my opinion. Now, that is, there's a lot of talk out there about eye health, and, we know that when your liver is damaged, your eyes can yellow. So maybe that means if they're whiter, which is the third thing, that's a sign of health. Because my eyes, no longer, I have to wipe the sleep out of them, but they are so white every day. And I find it fascinating that has been, I've kind of noticed the eyeball thing over the last year and a bit, but the sleep was just a couple days ago. I would love to hear what you think about this, and I would love to know if you're feeling or you've experienced any of this. But I find it quite bizarre that these things have happened to me, and now that I notice them, it's becoming more apparent. All right, everybody, stay strong.